Hi, this is Christy with Guide Post to Wellness. Welcome to the very first video for the ABCs to Wellness series. And what I wanted to talk about today is awareness. So I chose a place near the Catawba River near my house, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how important awareness is. Eckhart Tolle is a modern day philosopher, and he made the statement that awareness is the greatest agent to change. And that is something that I think that you are probably striving for, some type of change in your wellness and your health, and that's why you're tuning in today. So that's why I wanted to start off the series by talking about awareness. And when it comes to awareness, the thing about it is we spend so much time in our mind nowadays that we're always thinking about what's happened in the past, and we're trying to predict what is going to happen in the future. So we spend some time worrying about things, thinking about everything but the very current moment. So that's why I came down here to the river to talk about awareness. It's really important to understand that by taking time to be present in the moment where you're at is actually a form of mindfulness. And mindfulness is a form of relaxation and de-stressing and rest for the mind. So that's why I thought it would be a great place to come down here. I love coming down here for some rest and relaxation, and to do what I like to call the 5 senses awareness exercise. And it's kind of like, you've heard the expression, stop and smell the roses. Well, I want you to stop and experience the roses. So this exercise is designed to be done when you are in a safe place, sitting, not driving a car or a vehicle or something like that, so that you can perhaps close your mind or you can tap into the different senses. So what I want you to do is, I want you to stop and I want you to focus in on what you see. If you're in a familiar place, I want you to look at it like you've never been there before. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I see. So I can see around me that the breeze is blowing and it's blowing the leaves. I can look down the path that's a few hundred feet away, and I can see that I love seeing the sunlight dapple through the trees. You can see a little bit of it on my face, as a matter of fact, from the sun and the leaves moving. I can see the water. I love looking at the water. We've gotten a lot of rain, so the water's a little dingy, not real clear, but I love watching the water move. That is one of the most relaxing things that I know for me, to watch it. So I just want you to take a few minutes and focus in on what you see that's around you. And this is a great exercise to do when we're not together, but I just wanted to kind of share with you how to do it for the first time. So just soak in and look at things with fresh eyes. Even if it's someplace in your car or your home, your office, look at it like you've never looked at it before. Because the amazing thing is that our brains are so smart that they can take in so much stimulus that we just discount it. We just don't even recognize it. We don't consciously think about it because there's just too much coming at us. So that's looking at the sense of sight. So now what I want to do is let's think about what we hear. And if you want and you're in a safe place, it's a great idea to close your eyes, because we are very visually driven, and sometimes if you close your eyes, it'll help you tune into your other senses. So if you want to, close your eyes and then tune into what you hear. I chose this place on purpose because I love the sound of running water. I find it very relaxing. And to me, it's just one of the most soothing things, whether it's the sound of waves or it's a running river like this is. It's a great noisemaker, helps with sleep, relaxation. But I can also hear the wind in the leaves and the special sound that makes. I can hear something motorized a little bit in the distance, but thankfully it's kind of out there, so I feel like I'm out in the wilderness. You may not be able to hear it, but I can hear some birds. So just really tap into the unusual sounds. Maybe there's some hums or ticks or just some unusual sounds that you might be hearing from where you're at, and do that for a few minutes and really hone in on that. And what you're going to find is that by paying such close attention to what you're hearing, you're not thinking about anything else. You're not worrying about what needs to be done. You're really just enjoying the moment, and that's a break for your brain. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to think about, what do you smell? And sometimes this is very interesting too, because when you tap into what you smell, this is a very powerful memory stimulus, and it's also a very powerful connection to the brain. That's why I really like essential oils and certain smells for memory and different things like that. I love the smell of fall. Maybe people with allergies might not like it, but I love the smell of the dusty, kind of dry leaves. And I can smell a little bit of the dampness from the river. And I actually can smell my own deodorant. I can smell the lavender from my deodorant. So what do you smell? Anything interesting? Somebody cooking their lunch? Stop and tune into what you smell, because if you wear cologne or perfume, things like that, you probably have just tuned them out on yourself. So reconnect with them. Now I want you to think about what you taste. And this isn't always one that is as powerful when you're outdoors or something, but there are times when it can be really powerful. So I want you to think about, what do you taste right now? Right now, I just taste a little bit of the mouthwash from when I last brushed my teeth. And I can taste a little bit of the chapstick. It's like a coconut mango that I used. Yeah, that's really all I taste. So again, this may not be the best exercise, but sometimes it is really good if you're experiencing something new to try to taste it. If it's a fruit or a vegetable or something like that. So the last sense I want to tap into is, let's tap into what you feel. And this is one that's really interesting, because our body would become so overwhelmed if we felt our clothes on us all day long. If you think about the senses in our skin and how you can just literally forget that you're wearing any clothes. So focus in on what you feel. Right now I can feel the wooden bench that I'm sitting on. I can feel the muscles in my calves from walking. I can feel how soft the inside of this sweatshirt is on my arms. I can actually feel the clip that's pulling back my hair. It's a little tight. Oh, and I love feeling the breeze. Sometimes you'll see me kind of brushing my face because those little hairs kind of tickle. I can feel that, and I can definitely feel the breeze. But see how easy that exercise is to do? And you can do it anywhere, and it just really allows you to focus your brain on something besides what happened with a coworker or a spouse, or something that a deadline you missed, or something that you're worried about. It can really take you out of that for just a few minutes. And as you can see, this video right now is 8 minutes long, so it only took us a few minutes, maybe even 5 minutes at most, to go through the 5 senses and just kind of tap in a little bit. So I really appreciate you taking the time to go through this exercise with me and focus on awareness, because the thing is we're going to talk more about awareness as we go through the other ABCs. It's something I talk to my clients about, because it's the first step, becoming aware of areas that we want to change, becoming aware of areas of stress, inflammation, tension in our lives, being aware of the good qualities in ourselves that we may not be taking credit for. So awareness is the very first step, and that's why I chose to start with that. So thank you very much for taking a few minutes to become aware of your surroundings and to tap in and get a little bit of a brain break. So I want to share a little bit more. So just take a look at that. Thanks for joining in, and I hope you have a marvelous day.